Are you a videographer or a video agency owner who is sick and tired of the feast and famine cycle, closing clients 1 month, then losing them next, and starting over from zero every 30 days? And all you want is a predictable way to hit 15, 20, $25,000 a month in recurring revenue so you can actually be present with your family and stop grinding yourself to the ground. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact model that I use to build a $1.5 million a year agency, and the same model my mentees are using to go from broke filmmaker to $25,000 a month in recurring revenue without needing a massive portfolio, a fancy website, or a single case study to get started. So if you're a videographer or a video agency owner stuck at $5,000 to $10,000 a month in personal income, your clients keep leaving after 2 to 3 months, you're doing everything yourself, filming, editing, selling, invoicing, and you feel like you're one bad month away from having to get a regular job, then you have to pay attention to what I'm about to share in this video, because this could be the shift that changes everything for you. Just like it did for me, and just like it did for one of my students, Joshua Navarro. See, Joshua was right where you are. He was a videographer who had just moved his family from Texas to California on pure faith. No network, no website, no case studies, a wife at home, 2 kids, and 0 reoccurring revenue. He learned the model that I'm about to walk you through. He spent $1,000 in ad spend, and in 30 days, he closed 3 clients at $3,500, $4,500, and $5,000 a month. That is $25,500 a month in reoccurring revenue from nothing in a city where he knew nobody.
I went from refunding a client $2,500 to making $25.5K in the same month. And I spent $1,000 in ad spend to make $75K back. That's a 75 times return on ad spend, which is absolutely insane. And so I started creating these content retainer packages for them, creating amazing videos, getting tons of views, but it didn't actually equate to ROI for their business. I started seeing Luis's content on learning how to run paid ads. This makes so much sense, but it wasn't until I learned how to run paid ads with Luis's program and implemented it inside of those businesses where I was like, video that we ran ads on turned into like real revenue. Now I was able to show them of this ad and this content model actually turned into real revenue. Learning the skill of paid acquisition is such a game changer, kind of like teaching a man to fish. And once they know the skill set of fishing, it's like, man, I can always just go and get more money.
And Joshua is not the exception. Joshua Esner was stuck at $5,000 a month with a wife and 3 kids. He was so deep in the struggle that he told me personally he finally understood what depression felt like. He implemented the model I'm about to teach you for his gym client, and with one video ad at $20 a day, that gym owner signed 40 new personal training clients. Jordan went from $5,000 to $20,000 a month in 4 months and then hit $40,000 in less than a year.
I think most men pitch a dream to their wife. We want to provide the best life for our wives and kids. We're going to be able to take these trips and vacations and things like that. And when you're stuck at a few $1,000s a month for 2 years, you start to lose your confidence. That dream kind of starts to lose its fire. You almost start to wonder if you got what it takes, or if you should go get that 9 to 5, because the entrepreneur life is a little bit tougher than what you think. What this last month has allowed me to do is to be able to look at my wife in the eyes again with confidence and say, hey, like all those things that we talked about, you're gonna have options being married to me. I'm not this broke guy who's depressed and like wondering if I'm ever gonna be enough. I'm confident that I can get client results. We're transforming other people's lives through what we're doing. What FOD is giving back, and obviously your mentorship, it's really giving my family our dream back, that we can really make this happen again. Where it flipped is I just kept running the play that you gave us, and I finally got a call from the gym owner. And he said, hey bro, from the leads that you've been giving me, I've signed 40 new personal training clients. I said, what? And like I stand up out of my chair. He basically told me, he's like, man, just a few months ago, gym was not doing good. That forced me and my wife's marriage a little bit rocky. And I talked to his wife and she was like, I don't know what you did. Whatever you did, you gave my husband his dream back.
Wow.
And that's whenever it hit. It's like, if you follow this playbook, you can literally start to change other people's lives, their family's life. That's where the conviction came from. I now feel like I can serve my clients at a certain level, and that's where my confidence comes from.
Hamza went from 1,200 a month to 17.5 a month in 2 weeks. Rob went from 35K a month to 78K a month. Giovanni went from being laid off to 20K a month in 6 months. David went from 0 reoccurring revenue to 15K in reoccurring revenue. Austin went from being scared because he didn't know if his clients were going to leave every single month to getting $25,000 a month. And Sam went from making $70,000 a year doing DP work in NYC to building a business that makes him over $400,000 a year. The same skills, same cameras, completely different model. Now, here's what most people get wrong, and I'm gonna be honest with you because I wasted years getting this wrong myself. Most videographers think the problem is they don't have enough clients. So they hustle harder, network more, send more cold DMs, try to get more referrals so they get more work. But the truth is that it doesn't fix anything because the problem was never the number of clients. The problem was the model itself. Think about it like this. Imagine you have a bucket with a hole at the bottom. You are filling it as fast as you can. The water's going in, the water's going out. Someone walks by and says, hey, you need to fill it faster. So you turn the tap up. You haul water from a second source, a third. The bucket is still not full because the problem was never the tap. It was the hole. That's your business right now. Every client you close leaks out in 60 to 90 days because they're not getting measurable results from your work. You're delivering beautiful content that does not make your clients money. And when it doesn't make them money, they leave. You do not have a client problem. You have a retention problem. And no amount of new clients fixes a leaking bucket. The real fix is not more work. It's a model that keeps the clients you already have by getting them actual results. Leads, customers, revenue, real, trackable, undeniable return on investment. When I figured this out, everything changed for me. I went from running a $600K a year agency that was grinding me to the ground to building 2 agencies to 7 figures. One of them hit $120K a month in 3 months. The difference was not that I worked harder. The difference was the model. So let me walk you through it. I call it the ad content agency model, and it works in 3 phases. The first phase is attract. This is where we set the foundation. Instead of offering video production as a standalone deliverable, you build an offer around outcomes. You pick a specific niche, medical, dental, fitness, home service, whatever market has enough business to support you, and you position yourself as a growth partner, not the video guy, the person who grows their business. You create the content, short form, long form, ad creative, whatever the market needs. But here's the key. The content is not the product. The content is the fuel for what comes next. Most videographers stop here. They hand over the video and hope something happens. That is the old model. That's the old way. That's what's keeping you stuck. The second phase is convert. This is where the magic happens. You take the content you created and you run paid ads with it. Targeted, measurable, trackable paid ads. You are not posting to Instagram and praying the algorithm cooperates. You are putting real dollars behind real creative with a real strategy designed to generate leads. Now, this is the part that changes everything because now your content is not just content, it is a lead generation machine. Your clients can see exactly how many leads came in, what they cost, and how many turned into paying customers. When you can show a client that you spent $1,000 and brought them 40 new leads and 8 of those leads bought a $3,000 thing, that is $24,000 in new revenue from $1,000 of their ad spend. Try churning from that. They're not gonna go anywhere. And Joshua did exactly this. He helped his medical client go from 20 patients to 275 patients. He turned $4,000 to $53,000 a month in reoccurring revenue. Now, the third phase is deliver. This is where the freedom lives. Once you have the system working, content to ads, to leads, to revenue, you build a lean team to handle the fulfillment. You're not the one editing at midnight anymore. You are not the bottleneck. You check in on campaigns, you optimize, you manage the client relationships, and your retainers stack. Month 1, you have 1 client at $3,500 a month. Month 2, you have another one at $4,500. Month 3, you have another one at $5,000. That's $13,000 a month and climbing because clients do not leave when you're making them money. And your profitability with this business goes through the roof because you're no longer having to make content for them every single month. You're not stuck in the content creation hamster wheel. Instead, you shoot once, you turn those videos into ads, and what they pay you for every single month is the result itself, not the content. And this is how you build a business that gives you 60 to 80% profit margins so you can ultimately have a better lifestyle. This is how you go from the broke filmmaker to the growth partner, from trading time for money to building something that runs without you, from grinding until midnight to surfing with your kids on a Tuesday. That's what Joshua does. My agency runs without me today. I work about 4 hours a week in it, and I spend my time with my family mentoring other people to build the same thing. This is what the model gives you. So let me recap what you know. You know the number one truth about building a real video agent. That more clients in a broken model just means more churn, more hustle, and more time away from your family. You have to fix the model first. You know the real reason videographers stay stuck, and it is not a client problem, it is a retention problem. Your clients leave because you're not getting them measurable results. And you know the exact 3-phase model, attract, convert, deliver, that I use to build a $1.5 million a year agency that my mentees have used to go from $5,000 to $25,000 a month in as little as 4 months. You have gotten this far, which tells me 2 things. You're either seriously ready to do whatever it takes to finally get predictable recurring revenue, keep your clients for years instead of months, and build a business that gives you your time and your family back. Or you literally have nothing better else to do. My guess is that you're serious. So let me ask you this. If you had a model that kept clients for years instead of months, if your retainers stacked every month instead of resetting to 0, if you could show clients exactly how much money you're making them, do you think you can hit $25,000 a month? Of course you could. Joshua did it in 30 days in a brand new city. Jordan did it under 4 months after almost quitting. Hamza did it in a few weeks. And look, I get it. All of this sounds good, but you're probably wondering if this will actually work for you. Here's what I know. Nothing that I've shared in this video is theory. This is exactly what I did to build a $1.5 million a year agency and generate $7 million in total revenue in the last 5 years. This is exactly what I did to go from a broke creative who almost took a regular job to building 2 7-figure agencies. And I have helped over 20 other videographers do the exact same. If you're watching this now, you know you can build something real. You just have not had the right model or the right person in your corner to show you how. You're frustrated with the feast and famine. You are tired of starting over every single month. You want to be present for your family, not just making money, but actually free. So the obvious question is, how do you apply the ad content agency model to your business and start getting results today? You have 2 options. You can take what you've learned today and try to implement it all yourself. Nobody in your corner, nobody to troubleshoot with, nobody who has already made every mistake so you don't have to. Figure it all through trial and error, and hopefully, eventually, maybe you'll get there. Or you can work with me directly in my mentorship program, the Freedom on Demand Collective, where I personally mentor and hand you the exact playbook, the templates, the systems, the one-on-one guidance to implement this model in your business in 120 days or less. This is the same program Joshua used, the same one Jordan used, the same one Hamza, Rob, Giovanni, Sam, and every other result I showed you today came from. You get one-on-one mentorship calls from me, direct access via Slack and text between calls, weekly group coaching, and a full school curriculum, templates, AI tools, and 2 in-person mastermind events a year where we actually build the campaigns together. I hand select every person who works with me. This is not a course you buy and figure it out alone. This is me in your corner every single step. Now, most people who watch this video will do nothing with this information, and that's fine. If you want the results most videographers have, do what most videographers do. Do nothing. But if you want to be one of the few who actually break through, if you want to know what it feels like to have 25K a month hitting your account every month while you're at the beach with your kids, then DM me the words Inner Circle on Instagram right now or book a call using the link below. Either way, I will personally walk you through the model and show you exactly how it applies to your specific situation. Today could be the day the struggle stops for you, or you can keep doing what you've been doing and hope something changes. but I can only show you the door. You're the one who has to walk through it. DM me Inner Circle on Instagram at LuisEDTR or click the link below to book a call. I will talk to you soon.